Hi there. Today on Monday, December 3rd, I'm going to be going over homework 7-3 or page 383. We are estimating quotients still, but we can round to make it a little bit easier. Let's look at this first example, 294 divided by 5. We can round this number to make it a little bit easier since we're just estimating our quotient or estimating our answer. One way to do that is to think of multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 always end in 0 or 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The first two digits of 294 are a 2 and a 9, so 29. The closest multiple of 5 for that is 30. So 294, I'm going to round up to 300. So instead of 294 divided by 5, I have a nice, beautiful 300 divided by 5. I know that 5 times 6 equals 30, so 30 divided by 5 is 6, 0 divided by 5 is 0. So 300 divided by 5 is 60, that means 295 divided by 5 is about 60. Let's look down here. I messed up a little earlier, so that's why I erased. 1,561 divided by 8. I'm going to list my multiples of 8, or I could look at them in my multiplication chart. That would be the easiest, or write them out if you need to. 8, 16, 24. If you didn't know these off the top of your head, repeated addition could get you to the next one. 24 plus 8 is 32. 32 plus 8 is 40. 40 plus 8 is 48. Okay, the first two digits of 1,561 are 15. 15 is just one away from 16. Okay, 8 times 2 equals 16. So I'm going to rewrite my number now since I know I'm rounding up. 1,561 is going to round up to 1,600. And now I have an easy 1,600 divided by 8. 8 times 2, again, is 16. So 16 divided by 8 is 2. Oops. Oh my gosh, that looks terrible. Is 2, and then I have these two zeros to deal with. 0 divided by 8 is 0. 0 divided by 8 is 0. So 1,561 divided by 8 is about 200. That's why up here it tells me 200 times 8 is 1,600. Because of the associative property, I know that if 8 times 2 is 16, 2 times 8 is 16. Because of the identity property, I know that 200 times 8 would be 16. Oops. 1,600. If anybody has any suggestions for a tripod, please let me know. I'm going to move on to 2 through 13 right now. Set this down so that it's a little easier to work. And remember, I'm focusing on rounding to estimate. So I want to think of the closest number I can round this to make it easily divisible by 9. If I look at my 9s, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. 45 is the closest, so I'm going to change this to 450. I just rounded down to the closest 100. 450 divided by 9. 45, oops, divided by 9 is 5, because 9 times 5 is 45, and I've got that 0 there. You do not have to solve it this way. You could have rounded another way. You could have rounded that up to 500. 500 divided by 9. Let's see how close I can get to 50. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Same thing, that's the closest I can get. That's times 5. So 50 divided by 9 is about 5, and 0 divided by 9 is 0. So either way, I get 50. 3 has a bigger number. Let's see if I can do this one. Okay. My divisor is 6, so I'm going to think, what is a number that 6 can easily be divided by? I'm going to look at my hundreds chart. 6 has, oh, focus please. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 is really close to 23, so I'm going to change this to 2,400. Divided by 6. 24 divided by 6, if I don't remember, is 4. So 24, make sure I get both digits. 24 divided by 6 is 4. 0 divided by 6 is 0. 0 divided by 6 is 0. 2400 divided by 6 is 400. If I round it up to, let's see, if I want to round to the closest thousand, this 3 tells me I go down. 2,000 divided by 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So that's pretty close. 20 divided by 6 is around 3. And then I have 2 zeros. So whichever number you round to, that's going to affect your answer. You might have 300 and it could be correct. You might have 400 and it could be correct. But for me, I'm rounding the first two to make it easily divided or easily divisible instead of just rounding up because of the zeros. So let's try again with number 4. 5,352 divided by 9. My first two digits are 53. I'm going to see if I have any 9s that are close to that. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Okay, 9 times 6 is 54. So if I round this up to 5,400 or 5,400, 54 divided by 9 is 6. 0 and 0, 600. So 5,352 divided by 9 is about 600. Number 5, 279 divided by 9. 27 is already divisible by 9. 3 times 9 is 27. So 27 divided by 9 is 3. And 9 divided by 9 is 1. So 279 divided by 9 is 31. Number 6, 2,449. Same as last one, it already starts with something that's divisible. So I'm just going to keep this going. 8 times 3 is 24. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. And then I have 49 divided by 8. If I look over here, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. This is 49. 8 times 6 is 48, so 49 divided by 8 is about 6. And I have almost 36 right here. Now to break this down further, because that seems kind of confusing, 24 right here is 8 times 3. That's why I put a 3 there. 49 right here is really close to 8 times 6, which is 48. Since we're just rounding, that's okay that it's one off. That's why I put a 6 there. If you're still struggling with division, you can watch Khan Academy videos, K-H-A-N, or get on Education Galaxy, work on division. It'll help you. Let's look at 7. 3,124 divided by 6. The closest 6 multiple I can get to is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I'm going to round this down to 3,000 because that starts with a 30. Now I have 3,000 divided by 6, okay? 30 divided by 6 is 5 because 5 times 6 is 30, and I have my 2 zeros. So 3,124 divided by 6 is about 500. Number 8, 4,519. 45 is divisible by 5. 5 times 9 is 45. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. And then I've got this 19 here. For 5, I can just round up and say that's a 20, okay? 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 4,519 divided by 5 is about 94. I'm going to get another piece of paper to show you this again. Okay. 4,519. I'm going to look at these numbers individually. 45 is the same as 5 times 9. So 45 divided by 5 equals 9. Okay, these two digits right here. If I round this 19 up to 20, 5 times 4 equals 20. So that means 20 divided by 5 equals 4, or 19 divided by 5 is around 4. If I put those two digits together, 4,519 divided by 5 is about 94. Is that the same answer I got on my paper? Yes. Number 9. 90, I cannot speak today. 915. 9 is already divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. I'm using my multiplication facts and working backwards. 15 is also divisible by 3 because 3 times 5 equals 15. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Oop. So 915 divided by 3 is 35. Number 10. 2,120 divided by 5. That 21 is really close to a 20. 5 times 4 equals 20. So 21 divided by 5 is 4. And then I've got this 2 here. 20 divided by 5 is also 4. So 2,120 divided by 5 is about 44. Number 11. 423 divided by 4. I want to make sure that these two digits are divisible by 4. If I look at my multiplication table, 4 times 10 is 40, and if I went over that, it would be 44. So I'm going to go with 403. If I round that down, it's 400 divided by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 0 divided by 4 is 0. So 423 divided by 4 is about 100. Number 12. 3,305 divided by 7. I want to get this as close to a multiple of 7 as I can. If I look at my multiplication table, I have 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 35 is as close as I can get. 7 times 5 equals 35. So 33 divided by 7 is about 5. And now I have this right here. 5. 0, 5 is not divisible by 7, so 0, 0. If I wanted to change that and completely round the whole number, 3,305 would round down to 3,000. 3,000 divided by 7. Okay, the closest I can get to 7 would be 4. So 30 divided by 7 is about 4, and then 0, 0. So again, your numbers might be different depending on what you round to. If you round the whole thing out to thousands, you would get 400. If you round just the first two digits, you get 500. Okay, 13, 1,803 divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9, because 9 times 2 equals 18. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 3 divided by 2 is 0. So 1,803 divided by 2 is around 900. I can double check this. Since it's divided by 2, if I add 900 twice, I should get close to 1,803. I get as close as I can get. Now I'm going to flip this paper over, and let's look at some problems on the back. Bob and Kate are making bracelets to sell at a craft fair. Each bracelet uses 6 blue beads, 9 silver beads, 3 rose beads, and 7 white beads. Over here it's telling me blue, 258 beads, 6 beads per bracelet, 428, 9 beads per bracelet, 102, 3 beads per bracelet, 258, 7 beads per bracelet. Determine how many bracelets Bob and Kate can make with each color of bead. Tells me about how many, so I'm estimating. The table's over here, so I'm gonna divide 258 with 6. 258, I'm gonna round down to 240 because 24 is easily divisible by 6. 6 times 4 is 24, so 24 divided by 6 is 4. Then I've got this 0 here. So 258 divided by 6 is about 40. 428 divided by 9. The closest I can get to 42 is with 9 times 5. So 42 divided by 9 is about 5. 8 divided by 9 is 0, so that's about 50. This one is 102 divided by 3. I'm gonna round this one to 100. Okay, 10 divided by 3 is really close to 9 divided by 3, which is 3. And then I have one more 0 there. 102 divided by 3 is about 30, or 100 divided by 3 is 30. 258 divided by 7. Okay, that 25. I'm gonna look at my multiplication table and how close in my 7s can I get to 25? 7, 14, 21, 28. That's times 4. So if I round this to 280 divided by 7, 28 divided by 7 is 4. 0 divided by 7 is 0. 258 divided by 7 is about 40. Okay, this answer's right here. About how many bracelets can they make before they run out of at least one color of bead? Which color of bead will they run out of first? Okay, this table shows how many beads they have of each color. The table helps organize the data. About how many bracelets can they make before they run out of at least one color? So I'm thinking, how many bracelets can they make without running out? Which one can they make the most of? The least would be rose. So they can make 30 before they run out of rose. Oh, that answers that question. Which color of bead will they run out of first? It's rose. About how many bracelets can they make before they run out of at least one color of bead? They can make 30 before they run out, so it's the same answer. Number 16, Daniel's family grows pecans. They have harvested 1,309 pounds of pecans. If they package the pecans in 3-pound bags, about how many bags will they fill? I want to get that 13 to a number that's divisible by 3. So 12 is divisible by 3. I'm going to round it down to 1,209 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. There's a 0 there. 0 divided by 3 is 0. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So that's 403. That would be about 400 bags. 17, what's the first step when estimating the answer to a division problem? What is the first step? When I did this one, the first thing I did was round the first 2 digits to a number that is divisible by my divisor. So I rounded the dividend to a number that is easily divisible by the divisor. Number 18. The students who run the school store ordered 1,440 pencils. They are putting them in packages of 6 pencils. About, I'm estimating, about how many packages can they make? That's one question. Will the exact answer be more or less than the estimate? That's another question. And then it also says explain. First, I'm going to do the math. They have one, let me set you down for this one. They have 1,440 pencils divided by 6 packages of pencils. Okay, 14 is not easily divisible by 6, but if I look at my multiplication chart, 6 is really close to 12, or 14 is really close to 12, so I'm going to change that to a 12. And then I'm going to look at this 40. That's the closest I can get to in my 6's. 42. So I'm going to change this to 1,242 divided by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 42 divided by 6 is 7. Okay, so they'll have about 27 packages. Will the exact answer be more or less than the estimate? Let's think about this. Our exact number that we're supposed to divide is bigger. We round it down. So will our exact answer be more or less than this? It will be more because this number is bigger. Number 19, find 2 estimates for 4,396 divided by 4 by rounding the dividend to the nearest hundred and also to the nearest thousand. Let me set you down. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Again, if you know of a good tripod, let me know. All right, 4,396. First it says round to the nearest hundred. If I'm rounding to the nearest hundred, this 9 tells me to go up to 4,400 divided by 4. Okay, 44 divided by 4 is 11. Because 4 times 11 equals 44. So 44 divided by 4 is 11, 0 and 0. Okay, 4,400 divided by 4 is about 1,100. And now I'm going to round to the nearest thousand like it told me to. So again, 4,396. I'm rounding to this thousand. The 3 tells me I'm going down. So I'm going to round down to 4,000 divided by 4. Okay, 40 divided by 4 is 10. Because 4 times 10 is 40, and I've got 2 zeros. Sorry for this messy writing. 4,000 divided by 4 is 1,000. Compare the estimates. 1,100 and 1,000. If I rounded this down to the nearest thousand, I would get the same thing. So they're pretty close for estimates. That is it for this homework. We will also review it in class tomorrow. The easiest thing to do is make sure you're rounding to a number that is divisible easily.